Good morning to all. Yesterday we had a discussion with respect to the strategic human resource management, and a topic which we have discussed yesterday in deep about the nature of relationship between strategic planning and as well as the human resource management. So with respect to that, we have discussed certain aspects are those like executing the plan, feedback and monitoring we have discussed. Then the following relationship of HR plan we have discussed. And moving on to the next thing is that we have discussed about the partner relationship of HR plan. So we have discussed a few aspects under the nature of strategic human resource as well as the strategic planning. Now moving to the next heading, we will be having discussion with respect to the strategic human resource management. Okay. So now first we have understood what is strategic human resource management. Now in depth we will understand what it is exactly. Okay. It is nothing but approach. Strategic means it is approach. Yesterday, I have explained everything with respect to the strategy. Generally, how we call human resource management. It's not like when you are applicable with the concept of strategic human resource management. It is totally different. Okay, in an organization, the working of human resource management is totally different, and strategic human resource is totally different. When we are talking about the concept of strategic human resource management, everything we will be seeing in terms of the cost, time and all. Okay, so that is what the main difference. And we when we are talking about the strategic human resource management, we will be like well planned, well executed, are the well planned everything. Okay, so now moving to the typical explanation of strategic human resource management, that is strategic human resource management is important for every organization, as I have told yesterday, without which organization cannot survival. Okay, so survival in the sense with the concept of having normal human resource management is not possible. Okay, anything everything if you take into the consideration, it wants the requirements on the basis of the proper planning. Okay, so you should know how to play the things. Okay, you should know how to execute things in an organization. That is most important. That is why it has been called as a strategic human resource management. And every organization, the strategic human resource management is most important. Okay, without which organization cannot survive. Okay, so that is about it. Next, moving to the little deeper, it is actually planned to grow the business. Why you want to have a strategic human resource management? Because you want to have the growth. So that is commonly understood that any business for that parameter, you have to see business, I mean growth, right? Anything if you are doing means either it is business entity or it is individual, you will be looking for the growth may be in terms of earning profit or sustaining business and all. Okay, so actually the fact of the concept of strategic human resource management you will become acrossing, because it will be showing interest towards the growth of the business. Okay, and here strategic means actually it will be considering the implementation of strategic human resource management, HR principles and all, it will be placing in an organization, because you have to make human resource management in a work in a better manner, because you want everything in a profitable way, right? Either business or individual, whatever it may be, without expectation, anybody will not do anything, right? So in order to fulfill those expectations of individual or an organization, what you will be doing, you will be going for a proper plan, proper principles, and you will be applying proper techniques, tools into the business. That is nothing but overall we will be put together called as a strategic human resource management, where you will be thinking of plan to grow business. And secondly, what will happen again? It will be providing a way for thinking the growth to strategic human resource management. Okay, so whatever the human resource we have in an organization, you have to keep link, okay, with the growth aspects. Business, how it will grow? It will be growing on the basis of the producing the goods or the services. Who will do producing goods or services? Human resource will do. So the particular aspects, the strategic concept will be keeping link or will be bringing link between the employees and as well as the what we call organizational goal. And moving to further, actually the strategic human resource is a services provider. Okay, full service it will be providing. And next, it is actually HR function under that, which include the developing of human resource management strategy. Okay, so we will be developing, like presently we have employees and they are working, but we have to develop them, we have to provide them training and all, because strategy means you will be getting things in a very focused way from the human resource management. Okay, so because of that reason, everything it has to go in a proper way. We in a what we call in a pre-decided objective will be there. Towards reaching that, what you will be doing, you will be working in that directions. So your expectation of human resource performance will be very high. So only required training, development and all will be given under the strategic human resource management. Okay, and then what is the benefits you will be getting? The HR, actually the strategic HR services will help you to will help you to take away the burdens of both operational and strategic management. Okay, so there will be some problems with respect to the operations and strategic management. That burden will be taken off by the strategic human resource services. Okay, so when your human resource are properly trained or well trained, what will happen? Their performance will be very excellent. Okay, to the core or to the extent, their activities will be very high level. So as a result, whatever the burdens are or whatever the problems are there at the level of operational and as well as the strategic management level, everything can be taken off with the help of the strategic human HR. Okay, so that is about that. Then next, actually, to finally consolidate the strategic human resource management is actually it is keeping connection, okay, between the company's human resource and its strategies. Okay, so see, I am working in one organization means I have to work with objectives, I have to work with strategies, I have to work with the goals, right? So that will be possible only when you are having strategic human resource. Okay, so only it is called that the strategic human resource management will be keeping the link or establishing the connections between the human resource management and the strategy, objectives and the goals. See, without strategy, objectives and the goals, if you work also no use. For if you take in the individual contest also, you should have some strategy, you should have some plans, you should have some objectives, goals and all. Okay, otherwise it is just like waste. So when we are talking in the context of an organization, strategic human resource management will be linking or bringing the connections between the human resource as well as the strategy and goals or the objectives. See, when it bringing the links means, if I know my objective, my goal means obviously I will be framing the strategy. So I will be working towards the goal with the help of the strategy which I have been prepared. So all this process will be taking place with the help of the strategic human resource management. And moving further, the aim of the strategic human resource management is to, there are few aims. Okay, let us see one by one. The first aim is advanced flexible innovations. Okay, and competitive advantage. And second one is develop a fit for purpose organizational culture. And third one is the improve the business performance. So you need to understand there are three aims, okay, by the strategic human resource management. Why you are adopting strategic human resource management in an organization? Why you are practicing having of strategic human resource management in an organization means it has three aims which are most important for an organization to achieve the goals or the objectives. Now let us see one by one what are those goals. The first one very clearly says that advance the flexibility, innovation, and competitive advantage. So there should be a flexible innovations. Okay, so innovation should be there. See, any organization, if you take into the consideration, or an individual without having innovative activities for the organization, or an individual without having innovative activities, it is highly impossible to make ourselves fit to the tomorrow. Okay, we should be always very innovative. Okay, in any work, if we undertake any kind of work, we should know how to work in a very innovative way. Or else if you are working in a very normal way, means it is very difficult to stay in an organization, right? You are working in one organization, if you are working in a better way, or if you are working in a different way when compared to the other person, what will happen? Obviously, when you are working in an innovative way, your sustainability, your growth in an organization will be more. Okay, the possibility of staying in the same organization will be the more. So always there should be a flexible innovative. See, I am a being a manager, I'll say something, so this is fixed, you have to work accordingly. If I tell what you will do, you will be working accordingly only. Okay, you will not do even little bit more. Whatever I have said, this is the thing, this is the pattern, and this is the standard you have to follow, and you have to work, means you will be working accordingly. Suppose if I give little bit flexibility to you, think over if possible any thing very innovatively to include something if possible. Work on it if I ask to you, then you will get sort of liberty, right? Then what you will be doing flexibly, you will be working on it. Okay, so that's about the first advantage and first aim of the strategic human resource management. Then competitive advantage. Okay, so there are so many things available in the market. We have to compare the advantage of doing getting one. What is the advantage? The advantage of getting product 2, what is the benefit? The advantage of getting product 3, what is the benefit? That kind of comparative advantage we can look in when we are having the strategic human resource management. Okay, so you will be having so many things in the in the place available. So while picking, you should decide the advantages, like how many numbers of advantages are there the particular product with the less cost. You will be looking into that, and you will be going for that particular product, right? So similarly, competitive advantage can be possible only when there is a strategic human resource management. So now you try to understand the first aim of the strategic human resource management. Under that, you will be understanding advanced flexible innovation, one thing. In that only competitive advantage. Okay, so flexible innovation will be there. See, when there is a strategy you are applying in case of human resource management, there will be a flexibility in innovation. Okay, without innovation they will not accept. When you are placing the word of strategic human resource management, you should go for by hook or hook, by force you have to go for the innovation and creativity, or else they will not accept. That is only the human resource management has been called as a strategic human resource management. And the second thing in the first aim itself, competitive advantage. Okay, so when you are finding too many opportunities, you have to give point for the thing which is having more advantage, that you have to pick and you have to work on it. Okay, that is called as a competitive advantage. So competitive advantage can be analyzed with the help of the strategic human resource management. Hope it is clear the first aim under the strategic human resource management. And moving to the second aim, that is develop a fit for purpose organization culture. See, culture, diversified culture will be there in an organization, because business is operating at global level, right? So if we want to operate business in USA, we can operate. Okay, if you want to get the business with respect to the legal aspects, with respect to the tax consultant activities, with respect to the finance related activities, what kind of whichever the kind of the business if you want, you can get it. Okay, from the people like other country which they are outsourcing, we can take the project and we can work on it here itself. So lot of cultural changes will be there. See, there to, now for us it is a day, for some of the countries now it is a night, right? So whenever they ask us to work now, they now It is the day we will work generally. Night time we will not work. But suppose if we take project from other country means it will get reversed, right? So we have to work according to their the schedule. Okay, so that cultural diversity will be there. Taste, preference, choice, and everything will vary. Okay, so for everything we should get adjust and we have to work on it. Nothing can be operated without the human resource. Okay, so only it is told that it has been expressed that it is very difficult to handle or hurdle to cross the many companies. Okay, HR issues are very critical in any organization. Then HR department that practices strategic human resource management do not work independently actually within the silo. What they will be doing, they'll be interacting with other departments. Okay, so actually strategic human resource management will not work isolatedly. They will be having interaction with many departments which are there in an organization. Okay, within the organization, the departments which are there, it will be having lot of communication with them. Okay, so how, why it will be having lot of communication? Because there will be a goal. The goal, when we are talking about the goal, there will be the interconnectivity between the departments. Okay, so there will be the lot of connectivity between the departments. The finance department will be having connection with production department is having connection with the store department is having connection with the purchase department. Okay, like that, one to one to one to one, like you will be finding a lot of connectivity between the departments. So only strategic human resource management should have the connection with all departments, because goal has to get clear, right? Goal has to be reached. So for that purpose, what you have to do, you have to align the strategy and objectives in order to work towards reaching the goal. Next, moving actually, see, actually, the next supporting point to it is act as a partner. The HRM will be acting as a strategic partner, okay, in an organization. That is one thing, and it will be also taking certain handling certain issues with respect to the legal compliances, compensation, and all I have said. And what it will be doing generally, strategic human resource management will be utilizing the talent opportunity within the human resource department, okay, to make the department stronger and more effectively. So in that direction, it has to work. Moving to the next heading, HR role in formulating the strategy. What role has been played by the HR in formulating the strategy? So now you understood strategy means nothing but it's a game plan. Okay, you should have proper plan before getting into the activities. Like you should know yeah, how to engage in activities and how to do that particular activities and all. You should know well in advance, and you must have the plan with respect to it. Okay, so now let us see what is that HR roles in formulating the strategy. So here, see, corporate strategy formulation is a very important process. Okay, we know that in a corporate, any organization, if you take corporate strategy is most important. It will be at top level. Okay, next further, very important process, and it requires the serious and careful engagement. Okay, top level management seriously and carefully get engaged in preparing the corporate strategy. What is the corporate strategy? It will be at the top level actually. So in any organization, see what and all you will be discussing there. You will be discussing there about the finance, how to get the finance, how to make use of finance, what kind of human resource you need to have, and external factors, government policies, then government facilities, what you can expect from the government infrastructure, what kind of infrastructure government will provide, then who are your competitors, how to stand in the global market, how to face the competition, like what will be the strategies or what will be the game plan of your competitors. That and all you have to decide, okay, well in advance. So that thing will be taking place in case of the corporate strategy formulation. Okay, so yeah, that is why it has been called as a very important process, and it requires serious and careful engagement. Okay, so a lot of seriousness and careful engagement is required with respect to it. Otherwise, functioning corporate strategy or executing or what we call adopting corporate strategy will be very difficult. Lot of concentration, lot of engagement, serious involvement, and all required when we are talking about the corporate strategy, because it is the ultimate strategy which we will be practicing in an organization. Next is why we required means the reason is like facing problem and all, we want it. we want to implement things, and we have to control certain things, so only we will be adopting the corporate strategy. Next is the, in today's case, what is happening, business will be in different from different size, right? So size wise it will vary. Small business will be there, medium business will be there, large business will be there. Okay, in that process what will happen, strategy formulations need the involvement of the qualified, competent, talented employees, okay, that would influence the creation of the business a successful strategy. So strategy, how we will be preparing? See, corporate strategy preparing troop, generally they will be having lot of experience, lot of exposures, okay, business knowledge and all they must have, international exposure and all they must have. So only it is told that either, see here the problem is any kind, I mean any type of business, maybe small, big, or medium, whatever it may be, business size, okay, and type also, whatever may be the type of the business. Nowadays, all business demands the person who is having highly skills, highly talents, highly exposures, especially international exposures, exposure relating to the international market, exposure relating to the international financial aspects, exposure relating to the international banking and all, like how it will work, where to get finance, like how to place it, and all high level thinking should take place, okay, in case of the corporate strategy formulations. Next, moving, what will happen, there actually there will be the problem. Okay, what is the problem? It is actually designing the unsuccessful strategy lies in the fact that most companies, sometimes what will happen, unsuccessful strategy will be there. Okay, why it will be there? Because the process of strategy development involves the high level hierarchy levels, right? As I have told that when we are talking about the corporate strategy, high level role playing is required. Okay, so both inside as well as the outside consultant also we have to meet in order to analyze the situation, in order to analyze the many requirements with respect to the many aspects, many functional areas. See, if I want to do business means I have to first prepare the corporate strategy, one thing. So in order to prepare the corporate strategy, like people who are getting involved in preparing strategy should have a lot of exposure, good educational background, good knowledge, good prediction capacity, good international working experience, good international market experience, stock market experience, like that. So many kinds of experience is required with respect to the each and every activities which are taking in an organization. Okay, sometimes what will happen, we may not be getting this kind, or we may not be placing proper personality in the particular process. What will happen, unsuccessful strategy, it will become a strategy whatever it has been prepared. If suppose the people who have been placed for preparing the corporate strategy, if they are not having accurate knowledge, then what will happen, unsuccessful strategy they will be preparing. Okay, so the prepare whatever whatever they prepare strategy, that will become unsuccessful one. Okay, so that's about it. So we have to hence we have to give lot of importance to the higher level. Okay, they need to have a realization about the organizational goal and organizational vision and all they must know, then only they can work more effectively, or else it is not possible. Okay, that is about it. Then moving further, human resource higher level, as I have told that higher level human resource required, that is exactly what we want in order to prepare the corporate strategy. And they should look into the competitive advantage in the market. So competitive advantage also they have to work on it. And process of strategy formulation analyzes how human resources are involved in the process, that is also most important. Next, importance is given to the organization. Then moving to the next one, HR role in executing the strategy. So far we have discussed about the, like how to prepare, the nature, the linkage and all. Now role, what kind of or what type of role has been played by the HR manager or HR people while preparing the while executing the strategy. Okay, that we will see. See here what will happen. Here pertaining to the subject, it is actually pertaining to the leadership when we are talking about the executing strategy. Okay, so leadership, strategy, coaching, leadership development, everything must be take place. Okay, so you must have the leadership thing, and you must know the strategy, and proper coaching must be given with respect to it in order to execute it. And leadership development, we must do that, or else he can't execute the strategy properly. So these are all the certain requirement, characteristic features, requirements are there. So we have to concentrate on it. Okay, so then leading the strategy execution, what will happen? Key role HR will play. Okay, so when you want to lead the strategy execution, HR only has to play their role, and they must ensure the successful execution of the business strategy. Okay, so here we need some leadership quality in order to execute the strategy, and strategy must be mentioned very clearly, and proper coaching must be given with respect to it, and leadership development we have to take care, and other things we have to take in order to execute it. Okay, one end. Other end, HR only required for the purpose of execution. Okay, HR manager only required for the sake of executing the strategy. Okay, business strategy. So successful execution of business strategy is largely depend on the human resource management. Okay, so HR has to play very critical role, and very vital role, and very important role in execution process. Okay, then only the business will be successful, or else it is very difficult. Okay, so actually what will happen, the execution can only be happen if the people are informed. As I have already told, that they should be given information about the what is the strategy, how to implement in the field, and all must be given information to the employees. Then alignment must be made, available resource and all. We have to make alignment with the technology available in the organization, and we have to motivate employees, and we have to bring commitment in employees. Okay, then we have to make them the accountability and all. Then implementation automatically will be taken place well. Okay, moving to the next line, strategic business partner. So strategic business partner, we have already discussed that human resource manager itself like talks about and seeks to be strategic business partner always, because see, implementing preparing strategy, drawing strategy, or implementation is largely depending on the human resource manager. Okay, so only very often has been mentioned as a strategic business partner. Okay, so they are the strategic business partner. With the help of them only we will be working. Okay, so what will happen, they will be enabling the situation to deal and change the direct their work towards the strategic business priorities. See, there will be a business priorities in an organization, so we will be call it human resource manager as the strategic business partners. So what they will be doing generally, see, there is a workforce in an organization, right? What we have to do is we have to motivate that workforce. Okay, because successful implementation of strategy is largely depending on the human resource. Okay, employees, so workforce. So what we have to do is we have to deal with them, we have to change them, we have to direct their work, we have to do direction towards their work, towards achieving the business priorities. What are the business priorities? Business priorities are profit, expansion, growth, sustainability, declaring more interest, then declaring dividends, a high amount of dividends, and doing, taking care of all stakeholders of the business, and towards the government, all the stakeholders relating, they have to take care. Okay, so this is about that. So overall, to say that it is most important, like HR is most important, and very often it has been called as a strategic business partner. Why we will be called as a strategic business partner? Because they have to deal, they have to change, they have to direct the work of the employees towards the strategic business priorities. We understood what are the business priorities. So business priorities, as I have already discussed, majorly it is a profit and other things. Okay, then HR must be enabler of the strategy and facilitator of the change. Okay, so it has to be take care of enabling strategy and facilitating the changes in the strategy, because we have to achieve the implementation, right? The implementation process has to be get achieved. For that purpose, HR has to enable, facilitate, and if any changes is required, it has to look into it. So only HR role is most important. Okay, if all it starts with HR credibility as a business people. Okay, so overall to say that HR is most important. Okay, right from formation of the strategy to till end, the implications or executions, how it should get involved with the organization, what is its duty, how it has to deal with the workforce, and all it tells. Okay, that is the role of executing the strategy. And moving to next, HR of a particular company asked to assist the CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Okay, yeah, in aligning the HR strategy with emerging, okay, for transformational business strategy. So see here, HR of a particular company, what you will be doing? I mean, you will be assisting the CEO. CEO is the top in any organization. CEO is ultimate. Okay, ultimate post. The person who is sitting as a CEO, the what HR has to do is HR has to assist him. Okay, so for the why he has to achieve, because he has to align the HR strategy with the emerging and transformational business strategy. Okay, so he has to sync everything. One is HR strategy, aligning of his HR strategy with the emerging transformational and business strategy. So there should be a lot of what we call interlinks are there. So HR manager will do aligning with respect to the three activities, that is emerging, transformational, and business strategy. Okay, next moving to that, the executive had foresight to begin planning alignment of HR strategy in anticipation of emerging business strategy. Okay, so emerging business strategy is most important. Without having business strategy, it is not possible to run the business. Okay, so what do you mean by the business strategy? The business strategy, actually, why we call business strategy means like how to do business and all. You have to plan, right? Actually, we will be calling for sweeping the changes in organization structure, talent acquisition, management, workforce realignment, and leadership capability. Okay, so these are all the things keeps on changing in an organization. See, structure will change as per the market changes. Structure will demand to do certain alteration or the changes, because every day is subject to change, right? Lot of changes will take place in international market, national market, among the people, changes will take place. They taste influences, sometimes they get sort of influence also. They'll be influenced by the few people, few group of the people. Okay, so because of that, their demand will vary, their wants, desires also will vary. So everything put together, HR need to understand. Okay, so that is about that. So only will be finding aligning HR strategy with emerging and transformational. Okay, so next is the, like, under that only the foresight will take place, means you have to plan, you have to align the things. Okay, because you have to anticipate the emerging business strategy, right? So emerging business strategy you have to anticipate, or else tomorrow survival will be very difficult. Why all these things are taking place means there is a lot of change will take place with respect to the organization structure, acquisition, and management. Okay, so workforce alignment and leadership capability, everywhere it is like changes subject to change. So because of this one only, the foresight is required. Okay, begin with the plan, it has to commence with a plan, and alignment should be taken place with respect to the all the points which have been mentioned. And moving to next, under this, because the HR executive already had a close working relationship with the CEOs, As I already told that the HR, what they will be doing, they'll be assisting the CEO. So as a result, they'll be having close relationship with the CEO. He has always been at the table, okay, so he will be knowing like what is going on the table and all, decision with respect to that, and currently what things are happening and all, you can understand, since he is assisting the top employee of an organization, okay, top cadre. CEO is ultimate, okay, to any organization, he will be in the top level. So understanding him, associating him, and working for his direction and all, as a result, they get everything, HR manager, okay. So what will happen, implications for the both the marketplace and organization will become easy for him, because he will be more associated with the CEO, right? So as a result, he will understand like how to implement in a successful way, and how to make suit the particular target towards the market, as well as from the angle of organization reaching the things. Okay, this is about that. Moving next, you will be understanding. See, there is one what we call metaphor as a four-legged stool. Okay, so four-legged stool. Okay, that is, it has the following components. Okay, four-legged stool, actually metaphor. It has four legs. We will see what are those legs. So it is just only making comparison with strategic human resource management. That is actually what we call translate business and strategic priorities to the workforce. See, first leg is translate business and strategic priorities to the workforce. Three components are there. One is translate business. Second one is strategic priorities. That is to the workforce. You have to fit to the workforce. Okay. Next, moving the second one is be a genuine business partner with the manager as well as his HR cadre. What will happen? Just in the C suit. Okay, C suit is a high level executives, but line managers and HR satisfies its business operations as well. Okay, so we all know that like a HR manager will be working as a business partner, right? In case of the strategic human resource management, and as well as the HR cadre, okay, not just in the C suit, okay, it will not associate only in C suit, but also with the line managers and HR staff in the business operation as well. So this is the second leg of the particular explanation, and like whatever it has been mentioned. Hope you understood this second point. And moving to the third one, it is a pulse taker, okay, pulse taker and advocate for the employees, and conduct conduct from the workforce to the leadership, like workforce and leader and all, how it will be working and all, we will be looking. Okay, so this is about that. Next, we will be moving to the fourth point, strategic architect. Okay, so strategic architect, as I have already told, that strategy itself is a blueprint. Okay, so any organizational performance is largely like any organization, if you take its performance is largely depending on the strategy. Strategy is nothing but the blueprint, okay, like how to perform, what are the methods must be used, how leadership competency should be there, workforce performance capability, what is that, and all we will be estimating. So only all the ideas will be given or taken by the strategic architect. So this is about the concept called as an HR role in executing the strategy. What role will be played by the HR while executing the strategy in an organization? So you understood many things, like how the interaction will take place between the HR and strategy. Strategy is most important. Strategic human resource is most important rather than having the normal human resource. Okay, so only you will be having the strategic human resource management in an organization. So how you will be having? First, you have to look into that, like what is the management, what is the human resource policy and strategies and all, how it is prepared, what is the nature of it, okay. Strategic planning, what is the nature actually, human resource management, nature, and connecting or establishing the relationship between this, and what are the certain criteria you will be come acrossing under the nature of the relationship between the strategic planning and human resource management. And moving to further strategic human resource management, like how exactly the strategic human resource management works in an organization, what it is exactly. So what are the criteria will be taken into the consideration as a strategic human resource management, what is its role, and exactly what it performs, how it will be focusing more on the objectives, goals, and all we have to look in, okay. So what are the difficulties, how to overcome so those difficulties with the help of applying the strategic human resource management, okay, since it is seen as a partner, strategic business partners. So that is how it will be working in an organization towards leading the goal or towards reaching the goal. And next, and under this chapter, we have discussed about the HR role in formulating the strategy. So how it will be helping in formulating the strategy. So when we are talking about the strategy, it is high level involvement will be there. We will call it as a corporate strategy. So high level influence and high level people will be sitting for preparing it, and what kind of knowledge they have to expose, that and all we have discussed, and what should be the capacity of their forecasting and all we have discussed, so that they can give the or they can form the strategy. And next moving, like we have formulated, right, in the second instance, how we will be executing it. Again, HR only will get involved and it will execute it, okay. And in-depth knowledge it will be having, because all the time or majority of the time it will be, I mean, it will be behind the CEO of the organization. So the HR manager will be knowing like what kind of the expectation or the goal have been structured, have been designed, and all it will understand in depthly. So as a result, strategy can be placed very well since he is having the knowledge, and it has been gained from the higher level. So the placing the concept will become very easy for him. So this is what it is there under the chapter or unit 2, what we have discussed so far. So next, moving to the unit number 3, where you will be studying about the organization of human resource management department, okay. So next is how you will be organizing human resource management. Now the question arises in the unit number 3. Now let us see what and all you will be studying under the unit number 3. Unit number 3 clearly says that like you will be understanding introduction or the background behind the organization of human resource management, one thing. Secondly, line and staff aspects are there, okay. So you will be understanding in depth what is the meaning of line and what is the meaning of the staff aspects of human resource management. And next, moving organization of human resource management, okay. First you will be understanding general background and certain concept under that, that is line, staff aspects you will be understanding. And next, moving organizing of the human resource management, how you will be ordering or how you will be making an arrangement with respect to the human resource management, that you will be understanding. Under the fourth point of explanation under this particular unit, you will be studying ways of organizing. See, you now you understood you have to organize it, but there are the ways, okay. So which are those ways of organizing of the human resource function, that you will be understanding under the unit. And under the unit fifth heading, what you are going to study is roles of personnel in human resource development. So in HRM, personal role, how it will be, you will be understanding it, okay. And next, strategic future of human resource development, you will understand. So what is the strategic future of the human resource department, that you will be looking in the sixth point under the unit number 3, and rest as for the format it has been given there, okay. So now let me explain what is the organizing. Okay, so what is organization? The concept of organization in human resources, actually it is nothing but the way of department structured and how tasks are distributed. Okay, so organizing of the human resource or organization in human resource, it is very simple to say that it's actually one department. Okay, is a structured department, is a structured, and how tasks are distributed among its members. Okay, so how the task has been given to the different employees in an organization, that you will be studying here. Okay, so next that is the key point. Okay, actually this is the key point. Next is the management of the staff, and the decisions taken in this department have a huge impact on company's operations. So see, everything is linked here. Organizing is nothing but organization in the human resource is nothing but department. Okay, that too in a structured way will be there. Okay, the department is in a very structured way, and here you will be knowing how tasks are distributed among the individuals. So among the members who are there in the department, how task has been given to them, that you will be understanding. Further moving, you will be understanding like how the management of the staff and decision taken in the department. So how you are going to manage the staff, and as well as the decision taken, you will be understanding. Okay, so next to that, what will be the impact on company's operations? That is most important. See, company will be operating it, you need to manage human resource and all. Okay, so while managing human resource, you have to take certain decisions. So everything you will do, and ultimately it will be placing the impact on organizational operation. Okay, company's operation. So what impact it will be placing, that you need to understand. Okay, generally this is the structured one. Okay, and tasks will be given to different employees who are working in an organization. Okay, so that is the second thing. And next, what will happen, what you have to do is, you have to look for the, like what we call, I mean, you have to manage the staff, one thing, and decision you have to take then and there if anything is required with respect to the managing the staff. And all this ultimately will be having impact on the company's operations. Okay, that is about that. Next, moving, organization chart are often used to show the department structure. Okay, so you will be getting the organization chart. In that, it will be obviously showing that departmental structure and role of the each human resources professionals. So, what are the roles played by the human resource professionals, that you will be understanding with the help of the organization structure or the department structure. This will be provided by the organization chart. Next, actually, it is extremely useful way of usually visually portraying the organization. So, organization chart you will get no, the in that you will be understanding the department structure. Okay, it is actually extremely useful. Okay, because it will be providing the visually portraying the organization, like how the organization, that idea you will be getting with the help of the organization chart. Okay, so you, this is about that. Here, see, next to that is both the functions and the power of the office of the human resource manager have expanded as small business continues to the employ human resources methods as a component of their overall business strategy. Okay, so here also we are linking everything with the business strategy. Okay, so power of the office of the human resource manager and the organization function, actually what they will be doing, like as a small business continue to employ the human resource methods as a component of their overall business strategies. Okay, the director personnel and executive in charge of company actually frequently attends the administrative management. Okay, administrative management meetings where company establishes its strategy and procedures, that will be take care by the director of the personnel. Next is the inside the company, human resources directs hold the power. Okay, over the both the revenue producing and as well as the revenue consuming department, and as well as having assorted implied authorities. Next, moving to this, the main function of HR department is to oversee the department functions, okay, and manage employees by planning, implementing, evaluating human resource policies, principles, and programs and all. So this is the main function of HR department. What it will be doing, it will be overseeing, okay, overseeing the department functions. So what HR will be doing in an organization, it will be looking after all the functions of the organization, and it will be managing employees, okay. How it will be doing managing process? By planning, implementing, evaluating human resource policies, and as well as the principles programs. And next, it involves the functional activities. Like, what are the functional activities have been performed by the HR department means they will be hiring the qualified people, okay, qualified employees. And second is the establishing the compensation structure to the employees, and training staffs. Start to the staffs, they will be giving the trainings. And next, what they will be doing, they will be addressing the employees' relations matters and maintaining the workplace safety. So this role must be taken care by the HR manager. So firstly, what HR manager will do is they will be looking overall functions and manage the employees by doing planning, implementing, and evaluating the human resource policies and principles and programs, okay. And secondly, what it will be doing, actually it will get involved in the functional activities also. So its own activities generally are including like hiring qualified employees. The qualified employee must be included, I mean hire, because see, the human resource manager knows the organizational requirements. As I have told in my previous units, it will be keep on moving with the CEO and all, and it will be like very clear to the HR manager that what is the ultimate goal or the objective of the organization. As a result, what it has to do, it has to recruit the qualified employee, okay, qualified employees, and it has to establish proper compensation structure, okay. So suppose in case of any problem arises, suppose death takes place of an employee in an organization, compensation must be given to them, okay. So that structure must be very effectively prepared by the HR. And then training must be given to the employees, okay. Suppose if they are lacking behind particular talent or knowledge or particular skill, training and development must be given to them. And addressing employees relation matters, see, good relationship must be maintained by the HR manager with the employees, okay, employees of the different departments. Then maintaining workplace safety, as I have already told, that health issues and all must be taken care, and safety measures and all must be taken care as per the legal framework of government of India, whatever it says. So country wise there will be a legal framework with respect to the industry operating place, how safety it must be, what are the safety measures adopted, must be adopted by them, that are all prescribed by the legal framework of the any country. Like where you are operating, in which country you are operating, you should follow the legal framework prepared by the particular government, okay. So of the particular country. So that is about that. The workplace safety is also most important for the purpose of making more effective. Next, moving to the next explanation under the heading called as in a line and staff aspects of human resource management. So what do you mean by line and what do you mean by the staff? We need to understand, okay. So like you will be come acrossing two kind of things, okay, like authority and responsibility and right to make decision and all you will come across. No, in that case, what you will be doing or you will be finding in an organization, one type, that is the line, and second is the staff, and third is the functional one. So there will be a three kinds. One is the line, one is the staff, and one will be the functional one, okay. So you have to take concentration, you have to give concentration towards all, because we have to execute things, right, like authority, responsibility and all will be assigned, right. So and making decision process and all should be taken place, right? And you have to direct the work to the subordinates and all has to be taken place, right? So for that purpose, you will be finding what must be the authority, okay? So there must be authority and there must be the responsibility assigned to the people who are working in an organization. You must know how to engage them in an organization. So that in this connection, you will be finding three kinds. One is the line authority, staff authority, and functional. Third one is the functional authority. So in our tomorrow class, we will be discussing one by one what are those types, and like what is the meaning of it, like how the authority will be transferred, or how the authority will be what we call giving to the subordinates, in what way it is like forwarding, or it is sending, or it is assigning, like how it will take, like authority, responsibility, how in what way it will flow in each types, that we will be understanding in tomorrow class. Okay, with this I will be concluding. Thank you.